Localizing National Gender and Climate Policy in Uganda Research Introductory held a research meeting on the 23rd of June 2025 with Adjumani district stakeholders at Adjumani district headquarters to address the gap between national climate policies and local level implementation by amplifying the voice of women and marginalized groups, to foster inclusive decision-making and promote gender-responsive climate adaptation. While highlighting the project, Dr. Helen Kezinuha, a lead researcher localizing gender and climate policy in Uganda, said their meeting with the stakeholders in the district is to generate feedback from them, which will enable them to select the settlement where the project will be working.
We're meeting with stakeholders in Adjumani district, which is part of our research approach that requires us to first engage with stakeholders, present to them an overview of our research, share the objectives, the methodology, and the pathway for impact, to generate feedback from them in terms of what their perspectives are, what their expectations are for the research, but most importantly, for them to also select the settlements where we should go and conduct the research. I must say that the stakeholders' engagement in Adjumani district has been successful in terms of us receiving feedback from them, what their expectations are of the research, and how they would want us to adapt the methodology to address the needs of the district. In this meeting, we've been able to select the settlements where we should go and research, and five of those settlements were agreed, including Numanzi, Maji, Ilo 1, and Pagriga, and there's a last one. Yeah, so there are five of them that has been suggested. We suggested six, but after further discussion with the entire team, we agreed on that. We are really grateful that the district.
Gia Charles, the district natural resource officer at Adjumani district local government, however, said the study is very critical for them as the district, since Adjumani district have been experiencing changes of climate and issue of dry spell and floods, which is affecting agriculture and infrastructure development such as roads and schools.
We've been attending a meeting on a survey that is going to be carried out in the refugee settlements in Adjumani on climate change impacts. This study is very critical for us as a district because we have been experiencing this challenge of climate for now quite some time. We have the issue of extreme heat, long dry spells, or extended dry season, flooding, hailstorm. All these issues have impact on our livelihood. It affects agriculture. Like for instance, this year we've been not able to start farming early. Those days we used to start farming around March, but now up to June, people are yet beginning to dig. It has affected the infrastructure, roads during floods, increasing the cost of infrastructure repairs for the district. It has also affected social services like education, where schools have lost their roofs, where children are stopped from accessing schools because of floods, increase in diseases because of flooding and malaria from mosquitoes and other water-related diseases. So the finding of this research will help us to plan.
Ruth Baru Sharon, the assistant RDC of Adjumani district, said Adjumani has been facing problem of climate change and call upon the community and the refugees to allow the research move peacefully since the climate is a challenge in the district. She thanked the Women's International Peace Center for bringing the initiative in Uganda.
We have had a very good stakeholders meeting on the national gender and climate policy in Uganda with the Women's International Peace Center. The organization is conducting a research project that is titled Localizing National Gender and Climate Policy in Uganda. And this is funded by the British Academy. The project mainly aims to work with the women in agriculture to improve the impacts of climate change. As a Adjumani district, we have had a dire effect of climate change, and we are all really experiencing that as a district. So with this initiative, I'm very sure the research will inform policymakers to see what policies to make and decisions to take to improve the climate or the impacts of climate that we are facing as a district. They are going to work in 5 settlements of Ailotu, Nyumanzi, Mungula, Maji, and Pagirinya. And in each of the settlements, they are going to work with 120 women. So I'm urging each and every one of us to give them the support that they need when they come to the field. Let's give them information, because this will be for our own good as a community of Adjumani, as the refugee settlements as well. Um, Otherwise, I want to thank Women International Peace Center and encourage them to continue with the good work that they're doing in the district.
Uganda is the 13th most vulnerable country with the impact of climate change, and this impact is felt mostly harshly by women and other marginalized groups. Kashundot Fancy Onzima Alan reporting for West Nile Television Nilecast.